Good morning, mathematicians. It's Mrs. Tryon. I wanted to do a number string with you today and start thinking about subtraction. We've spent a lot of time this year talking about subtraction and some of the strategies that we can use to solve subtraction problems. So I'm going to have you think about Fitbits and how Fitbits can keep track of the amount of steps that you take in a day. And I'm going to move my board over here, and I would like for you to be thinking of this first problem. What if Mrs. Tryon had taken 73 steps and Mr. Tryon were 6 steps behind me? How many steps do you think Mr. Tryon had taken that day? Quiet thumb if you think you know it, and turn and tell somebody at home how you know it. So for many of you, you may have been thinking about an open number line. And I'm going to mark where Mrs. Tryon is here at 73. And if Mr. Tryon were 6 steps behind me, I know that if he were 6 steps behind me, he'd be over here somewhere. He wouldn't be ahead of me. He'd be behind me. And in my mind, I could think about it this way, going back 3 and then another 3, and it would be 6. If I went back 3, I'd get to 70, and then another 3 would take me to 67, or maybe you just thought about it in one big jump of 6. So in this situation, I went back on the open number line. But what if Mrs. Tryon was at 73 again, and Mr. Tryon was at 69 steps? Then, how many steps would he have to take to catch up to me? This is a different type of subtraction problem. I can solve it a different way. If you think I was going to start at 73 and go back 69 times, that seems like a lot of work to do. So instead, I'm going to start at 69. I'm still going to find the difference between these two numbers, but I could jump up 1 to get to 70 and then 3 more to get to 73. And so that would be a difference of 4. And maybe I could do one whole jump of 4. So in the first situation, I counted back, and I'm going to write the words count back. I counted back on the open number line. In this situation, I counted up. And I want you to turn and tell someone at home, why do you think I counted back with these numbers, but I counted up with those numbers? If you notice that the numbers in the first situation were really far apart, you're right. 73 and 6 are really far apart. And I'm not going to start at 6 and do a lot of jumps until I catch up to 73. I can still find the difference between those two numbers, and I should have written it right here. It's 67. But in this situation, when I look at the numbers carefully, like all mathematicians do, I notice that these numbers are really close together. And when the numbers are really close together, it's easier for me just to start at one of the numbers and count up until I get to the other number. This is something that we've thought about all year. When the numbers are far apart, you can count back with subtraction on an open number line. When the numbers are close together, you can count up on the open number line. Today I'm going to share a sage and scribe with you, and try it with your parents or somebody at home. Remember, a sage and scribe means you have 2 roles. The sage does all the talking and explaining, and the scribe does all the writing, and take turns doing that, solving subtraction problems where the numbers are sometimes far apart or close together. Have a great day. Mathematicians, keep using those math minds.